Here within this small, sheltered haven, we begin our journey into the deepest valleys of rest. Before the heavens fully open to paint the canvas above us with their liquid song, we must first attend to the vessel that carries you through this world. It is time to lay down every burden, every thought, and every tension, allowing them to dissolve into the quiet air of this sanctuary. The world outside has paused, waiting respectfully for you to find your center, whilst you lie safe, enveloped and protected within these canvas walls. Begin by bringing your awareness to the very rhythm of your existence, the gentle rising and falling of your breath. Do not seek to change it nor to control it, for it knows its own ancient cadence, a rhythm as old as the tides and as constant as the stars. Simply observe the air as it enters cool and crisp, bearing the faint, fresh scent of damp earth and greenery, filling your lungs with a sense of renewal. And then observe as it leaves warmer, now carrying with it the weary dust of the day, releasing it back into the ether. With every inhalation, imagine that you are drawing in a soft, silver mist of tranquility, a mist that spreads through your veins, bringing silence to the noisy mind. With every exhalation, feel a heaviness leaving your limbs sinking downwards, flowing away like water seeking the sea. You are safe here. You are held. You are entirely free to let go. Now let your attention drift downwards slowly, gently floating like a feather on a still breeze, all the way down to the very tips of your toes. They have carried you far this day, bearing the weight of your movements, your strides, your standing. Now, they deserve to rest. Wiggle them softly just once and then let them fall completely still. Feel the warmth of the sleeping bag wrapping around them, a cocoon of comfort that insulates you from the cool night air. Imagine a sensation of heavy warmth beginning to pool there in your toes, softening the skin, relaxing the tiny muscles, uncurling any tightness. It is a pleasant golden heaviness, and it begins to spread inch by inch, creeping upwards into the arches of your feet, soothing the soles, easing the heels. You can feel the solid earth beneath you, separated only by the layers of your bedding and the ground sheet of the tent. That earth is ancient, stable and unmoving. It is there to support you. You do not need to hold yourself up any longer. Let the ground take your weight. Surrender to gravity whilst the warmth wraps around your feet like a pair of soft woolen socks knitted from pure relaxation. The wave of relaxation flows upwards past the ankles, those delicate hinges of the body now loose and limp. It moves into the lower legs, the calves and the shins. Often we hold tension here without knowing a readiness to move, to run, to act. But here, in this dim, cozy space, there is nowhere to go, nothing to achieve, and no one to be. Release the muscles of your calves. Imagine them melting, softening like wax near a gentle flame. Feel them spreading out, becoming heavy and leaden, sinking deeper into the mattress beneath you. The sensation is one of profound relief, a letting go that feels like a deep sigh from the body itself. You are drifting deeper and deeper into a state of absolute physical stillness. The canvas above you stands guard, a sturdy shield against the elements, allowing you this precious time to simply be. Let that soothing tide rise higher still, washing over your knees unknotted and smooth and flowing into the large muscles of your thighs. These pillars of your strength have worked hard, but now they are dormant. Feel the heavy lulling warmth penetrating deep into the tissue, reaching the very bone. Any lingering tightness dissolves instantly upon contact with this mental relaxation. Your legs feel incredibly heavy now, so heavy that even if you wished to lift them, you would find it impossible, for they belong to the earth now anchored and peaceful. They are two stones resting at the bottom of a clear, quiet river, undisturbed by the current. You are safe, you are warm, and you are sinking into the plush embrace of sleep's waiting room. Continue this journey upwards to your hips and your pelvis. This is the center of your gravity, the bowl that holds your balance. Let it settle, let it widen and sink. Feel the contact between your body and the bedding, a connection that feels secure and grounding. Imagine any tension in your lower back simply unspooling like a tightly wound coil suddenly released, lengthening and loosening. The muscles of your lower back, often so tight and guarded, are now given permission to soften. Picture a warm, healing oil being poured gently over your spine, trickling down, coating every vertebra, lubricating the joints, soothing the nerves. This warmth spreads outwards, wrapping around your waist, holding you in a gentle embrace of comfort. There is no strain here, only the blissful absence of effort. And as you lie there, cradled by the earth and sheltered by the tent, bring your awareness to your abdomen. Feel the gentle rise and fall, with each breath soft and rhythmic, like the slow swell of a calm ocean. Allow your belly to be soft, to be open. There is no need to hold it, and no need to protect it. You are in a sanctuary of solitude and peace. Let the breath move deep into your diaphragm, massaging the internal organs, signaling to your entire nervous system that all is well, all is safe, all is calm. With every breath out, you sink a little further down, drifting closer to the edge of dreams whilst the world outside begins to prepare its nightly lullaby. Move your attention now to your chest, the house of your heart. Feel the ribcage expanding and contracting, a slow, hypnotic motion. Imagine your heart beating slowly, steadily, a strong and quiet drum, echoing the peace that surrounds you. Let go of any heaviness in the chest, any emotional weight you have been carrying. Exhale it into the shadows. Imagine the muscles between your ribs softening, allowing the breath to flow even more freely, even more deeply. A sense of expansive lightness fills your upper body, a feeling of floating, even as your back sinks heavier into the support beneath you. You are suspended in a state of perfect equilibrium, balanced between the solidity of the earth and the lightness of the air. Now, let the relaxation flow out across your shoulders. Oh, the shoulders where we carry the weight of the world, the responsibilities, the worries, the tasks. But here, under the canvas, there are no tasks. There are no expectations. Let your shoulders drop. Let them fall away from your ears. Imagine them melting down towards the ground, widening, releasing. It is as if a heavy cloak has been unclasped and has slipped from your back, leaving you light and free. The relief is instantaneous and profound. Let that wave of release pour down your arms, through the elbows, the forearms, right down to the wrists. Your hands resting by your sides or upon your chest are loose and open. Your fingers are slightly curled, completely passive. There is no grasping, no holding on. Your hands are empty, and in their emptiness there is peace. They are heavy, warm and dormant, like resting tools at the end of a long day's labor. Drifting upwards again, focus on your neck and your throat. Allow the muscles of the neck to lengthen, ensuring your head is perfectly supported by the pillow. Swallow once softly to relax the throat, and then let the jaw unclench. Let there be a small space between your upper and lower teeth. The tongue rests gently on the floor of the mouth, soft and broad. We hold so many unspoken words in our jaws, so much silent tension. Let it all drain away, leaving only slackness and ease. Your face is a mask of serenity. Smooth, the cheeks cool and relaxed. Release the tiny muscles around the eyes, letting the eyelids feel heavy so wonderfully, heavy sealing shut like curtains drawn against the light. Smooth your forehead, wiping away any lines of concentration or concern. Imagine a cool, soft hand gently stroking your brow, soothing, calming, erasing every furrow. Your scalp tingles with relaxation, releasing its grip on the skull. Your entire body is now a single unified field of heaviness and warmth. From the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, you are completely at rest. You are a part of this stillness. You are not separate from the tent, or the ground, or the air. You are woven into the fabric of this moment. You are merely a consciousness, floating in a warm, safe void, anchored by the comforting weight of your own relaxed form. There is nothing to do but listen, nothing to do but feel. Nothing to do but wait with a pleasant, drowsy anticipation for the symphony that is about to begin. In this state of deep repose, you become aware of the silence. But it is not an empty silence. It is a pregnant silence, the silence that holds a promise. The air outside the tent is cooling, growing heavy with moisture. The canvas walls, your protectors, stand ready. You are snug inside your sleeping bag, a nest of warmth amidst the vast breathing night. You are ready to receive the gift of the rain. You are ready to let the sounds of nature wash over your spirit, just as they will wash over the roof of your shelter. You are drifting, floating, gliding towards the shores of sleep, whilst the first shy drops begin to gather in the clouds above, preparing to serenade you into oblivion. Now that your body has surrendered to the pull of the earth, let your mind's eye gently open within this sanctuary. You are lying in the heart of a small, intimate world, a universe contained entirely within four walls of thick woven canvas. The darkness of the forest outside is absolute, a velvet curtain drawn across the stage of the day. But here inside there is a soft amber luminescence. It is a warm, honeyed glow that seems to hum with its own quiet melody, pushing back the shadows just enough to create a haven of visibility. This light does not glare or intrude. Rather, it caresses the space, painting everything in shades of gold and deep umber. It is the light of a single old-fashioned lantern resting safely in the corner, its flames steady and assured, a tiny lighthouse in a sea of encroaching night. Gaze upon the walls of your shelter. They are not mere barriers. They are a skin, a protective membrane that separates the warm, dry air you breathe from the cool, damp breath of the woodland. Observe the texture of the canvas in this dim light. It is heavy, durable, and reassuringly coarse. You can trace the weave of the fabric with your eyes, the interlocking threads that have been spun together to keep you safe. There is a profound sense of solidity in this material. It is old, perhaps seasoned by many seasons of sun and storm, carrying the faint nostalgic scent of sun-baked cotton and waterproofing wax. It is a scent that triggers a deep ancestral memory of safety, of being harbored against the elements. The canvas slopes gently upwards to the apex of the roof, creating a shape that is both simple and sacred, a pyramid of peace erected solely for your rest. The air inside is still suspended in a moment of hushed anticipation. It is cooler than a house, yet warmer than the night, a perfect equilibrium that invites you to snuggle deeper into your layers. You can feel the loft of the sleeping bag around you, a cloud of synthetic down that traps your own body heat, reflecting it back to you until you are bathed in a personal climate of toastiness. The fabric against your cheek is cool at first, smooth and silken, but it quickly warms to your touch. Every movement you make creates a soft rustle, a whispering sound that emphasizes the silence surrounding you. It is a silence so profound that you can almost hear the blood rushing softly in your ears, a rhythmic swooshing that mimics the tides of a distant ocean. Focus your attention on the lantern once more. Let us slow down time and observe the miracle of this small flame. Encased within its glass chimney, the fire is a living jewel. It is tear-shaped, vibrant, with a core of blue that fades into yellow, and finally into a cheerful orange at its tip. It does not flicker wildly, for there is no wind here to disturb it. Instead, it dances with a microscopic sway, a hypnotic undulation that draws the eye and calms the mind. Watch the way the light casts long, soft shadows against the sloping walls. These shadows are not menacing. They are companions stretching and contracting in a slow, rhythmic breathing of the room. The brass base of the lantern gleams dully, reflecting the flame in a distorted golden mirror. It is an object of beauty and utility, a silent guardian watching over your slumber. Beyond the immediate circle of warmth, the world is waiting. You are aware of the vastness of the outdoors, the towering trees standing like silent sentinels, their leaves heavy and still. You can sense the moisture in the air outside, a humidity that promises rain. The atmosphere is charged electric with potential. It is that peculiar magical stillness that precedes a downpour, where nature herself seems to hold her breath. The birds have long since ceased, their songs tucked away in their own leafy shelters. The wind has died down, leaving the air heavy and expectant. You are nestled in the very center of this pause, a spectator waiting for the curtain to rise. There is a thrill in this isolation, a joy in being small and hidden away invisible to the world known only to the trees and the coming clouds. And then it begins, not with a roar, but with a whisper. A single solitary drop, plink. You hear it strike the canvas above you, distinct and clear. It is a sharp staccato note that breaks the silence without shattering the peace. It is a polite knock at the door, a herald announcing the arrival of the storm. In your mind you can trace the journey of that single drop. You imagine it forming high above, in the grey swirling mists, gathering weight and substance until gravity could no longer be denied. You see it falling through the cool night air, a sphere of crystal tumbling past the branches, past the leaves, until it meets the taut surface of your roof. Upon impact it shatters, spreading out into a dark, wet star. On the outer fabric, absorbed and repelled all at once, there is a pause, a breath of silence, and then another. Plop. This one sounds slightly different, perhaps hitting a section of the canvas where the tension is looser, creating a deeper, more hollow sound. And then another and another. Plink, tap, pat. They are individual notes, separated by seconds of silence, allowing you to appreciate each one. It is a hesitant beginning, a shy conversation between the sky and the earth. The rhythm is irregular, unpredictable, like the first few kernels of corn popping in a pan. You find yourself listening intently, waiting for the next sound, counting the seconds between the strikes. Each sound is a confirmation of your shelter. With every drop that hits the roof and fails to touch you, your sense of security deepens. You are dry, you are warm, you are untouchable. The scent of the rain begins to seep into the tent, mingling with the smell of the canvas and the warmth of the lantern. It is the smell of petrichor, that earthy, fresh aroma, released when rain falls on dry soil. It is a clean, metallic and organic scent, the perfume of the earth being washed. Breathe it in deeply. It feels cleansing, washing away the staleness of the day, clearing the mental fog. It is cool and crisp in your nostrils, a stark contrast to the warmth of your bedding. This mixture of sensations, the warmth of the cocoon, the coolness of the air, the golden light, and the developing rhythm above, creates a sensory tapestry that wraps around you, binding you to this moment, to this place, to this deep, abiding rest. The frequency of the drops begins to increase. The gaps between the sounds shorten. The isolated notes are beginning to find partners, forming small clusters of sound. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter. The rhythm is soft, gentle, non-threatening. It is a lullaby being composed in real time just for you. The tension in the canvas drumhead changes as it becomes peppered with water, the sound shifting from sharp taps to a softer, more muffled thrumming. The light from the lantern seems to grow even warmer, even more inviting in response to the darkening auditory landscape outside. You are no longer just an observer. You are the protected passenger in a vessel of light, ready to set sail on a sea of rain. The world outside is dissolving into water and shadow, leaving only you, the tent, and the growing soothing song of the rain. As you lie there, eyes growing heavy, watching the interplay of light and shadow, listening to the strengthening percussion above you, feel a profound sense of gratitude. Gratitude for this simple shelter, gratitude for the warmth, gratitude for the separation between the wet world out there and the dry world in here. You are exactly where you need to be. There is nowhere else to go. The rain has closed the roads, blurred the paths, and erased the horizon. You are confined in the most blissful way possible, held captive by comfort. The departure has begun. You are leaving the shores of wakefulness, pushing off from the pier of the day, drifting out into the dark, rhythmic waters of the night. The rain is your engine, the tent is your ship, and sleep is your destination. The hesitant overture has blossomed into a full, resonant symphony. The sky, once shy and tentative, has now fully opened its embrace, releasing a steady rhythmic cascade upon your canvas sanctuary. The individual notes of clink and pat have dissolved, merging seamlessly into a continuous soothing hum. It is a texture of sound that is rich, dense, and incredibly grounding. The rain is no longer a collection of drops. It is a blanket, a heavy liquid quilt that has been thrown over the forest, muffling the sharp edges of the world and wrapping everything in a soft grey embrace. Listen to the transformation of the sound. It has deepened, gaining a sonorous quality that resonates in the very air around you. It is a steady drumming, a harmonic percussion that beats in time with the slowing rhythm of your own heart. As the intensity of the shower increases, the tent becomes a resonant chamber, an instrument played by the weather. The sound is everywhere, surrounding you, encompassing you. It is above a frantic yet orderly dance on the roof. It is around as the water streams down the sides of the canvas. It is beneath in the vibrations that travel through the ground. You are safely encased in a bubble of acoustic comfort. This is the phenomenon of white noise in its most natural, most primitive form. It blocks out the intrusive thoughts, the sudden noises, the jagged worries of the day. There is no space for them here. The rain occupies every frequency, smoothing out the silence, filling the void with its relentless, gentle persistence. It is a sound that demands nothing of you, asking only that you listen, that you float, that you drift along its current. And amidst this aerial drumming, if you listen closely, you can discern a second, softer voice. It is a low, constant murmuring, distinct from the staccato tapping of the rain. It is the voice of the stream flowing just a few paces away from your shelter. Whilst the rain falls vertically, striking and bouncing, the stream flows horizontally, sliding and gliding over smooth stones and mossy banks. It is a liquid ribbon of sound, a gentle babbling, a silver trickling that weaves through the darker, heavier tones of the rain. The stream speaks of continuity, of a journey that never ends. Its sound is fluid legato, a perfect counterpoint to the rhythmic drumming above. Together they form a lullaby of water, a duet of nature that has been sung for millennia long before you arrived and will continue long after you have drifted into dreams. Focus on the tactile sensation of this sound. It is almost as if you can feel the vibrations in the air against your skin. The atmosphere inside the tent feels thick and cozy, charged with the energy of the storm, yet entirely peaceful. You are warm, so wonderfully warm. The contrast between the wild, wet world outside and your dry, snug cocoon creates a feeling of exquisite pleasure. You can feel the weight of your limbs sinking deeper into the sleeping bag, as if gravity has increased just for you, pulling you down into the earth's embrace. The fabric of the bag feels soft against your neck, a gentle caress that reminds you that you are safe, you are hidden, you are harbored. The storm can rage, the wind can sigh, the rain can pour, but here, in this small triangle of light and warmth, you are untouched. The light from the lantern seems to have softened further, its golden glow becoming liquid in your vision. Your eyelids feel heavy, pleasantly burdened by sleep. Every time you blink, it takes a moment longer to open them again. The shadows on the canvas walls dance slower, now lulled by the rhythm of the rain. You watch a bead of condensation form on the inside of the tent, high up near the peak. It grows slowly, gathering moisture, holding on until it becomes too heavy and slides down the sloping wall, leaving a faint glistening trail behind. Trace its path with your mind. It moves smoothly, effortlessly, surrendering to the pull of the earth just as you are surrendering to the pull of sleep. There is no resistance, there is only the flow. The endless, timeless flow of water and rest. The sound of the rain on the canvas changes pitch slightly as the wind shifts, a subtle modulation that prevents the mind from wandering. It is a hypnotic variance, a swaying melody that rocks you back and forth. Whoosh and tap, hum and thrum. It is the sound of nature wrapping you up, tucking you in. Imagine the millions of drops falling in the forest around you. Some strike the broad waxy leaves of the ancient oaks, creating a heavy clapping sound. Some fall into the soft carpet of pine needles, a whispered hush. Some fall into the stream, vanishing instantly into the flowing current. And many, so many, fall upon your tent, playing this drumbeat of safety. You are the center of this storm, the calm eye around which the elements dance. Your breathing has synchronized with this water music. Inhale and hear the swelling of the wind in the trees. Exhale and hear the steady settling of the rain. Inhale the peace. Exhale the day. The boundaries of your body seem to be blurring slightly, softening at the edges. You are no longer quite sure where your skin ends and the warmth of the sleeping bag begins. You are becoming part of the atmosphere, melting into the scene. The thoughts that once raced through your mind have slowed to a crawl, heavy and wet, like soaked fabric. They cannot fly. They can only sit still, quiet and observing. The rain washes them away one by one, leaving your mind clear, polished and empty, ready to receive the darkness. Deeper and deeper you sink. The stream calls to you with its rhapsodic rolling rhythm, rushing, gushing, hushing. It tells you that everything is passing, everything is moving, and yet everything remains. The water that flows tonight is the same water that fell yesterday, the same water that will rise as mist tomorrow. You are part of this cycle. You are safe within it. The feeling of safety is a physical weight on your chest, a warm hand pressing you down into the mattress. You are protected by the canvas. You are protected by the trees. You are protected by the night. The rain is a curtain, a heavy velvet drape that has been pulled tight around your bed, shutting out the light, shutting out the noise, shutting out the world. There is only this warmth, only this sound, only this moment of perfect, uninterrupted peace. Let your mind expand now, drifting gently outwards, passing through the woven walls of your shelter, out into the vast velvety darkness of the woodland. The rain is not merely falling upon your tent. It is falling upon the world. It is a universal embrace, a colossal rhythmic event that covers every inch of the landscape in a sheen of silver and shadow. Imagine the millions of leaves high above in the canopy, the great ancient oaks and the towering pines, all standing silent and stoic under the shower. The rain falls upon them, washing and washing, cleansing and cleansing. It drips from leaf to leaf, a cascading journey from the highest branch to the lowest bough, tumbling and tumbling down, down, down into the waiting earth. Can you see the forest floor in your mind's eye? It is a soft, thick carpet of moss and fern, a sponge that drinks and drinks the offering of the sky. The moss, emerald green and velvet soft, swells with the moisture becoming plump and heavy. The rain softens the ground, turning the dry paths into yielding ribbons of mud, erasing the footprints of the day, smoothing out the scars of passage. Everything is softening, everything is yielding. The hard edges of the stones are blurred by the water. The rough bark of the trees is slick and dark. The world is losing its rigidity, melting into a fluid, dreamlike state. Just as your body is melting into the mattress, sinking and sinking deeper and deeper into the comfort of the night. Listen to the wind as it moves through the treetops. It is not a gale but a breath, a long, slow sigh that travels through the valley. It whispers to the branches, hush, hush, hush. The trees sway in response, a gentle rhythmic rocking back and forth, swaying and swaying, rocking and rocking. They are dancing, a slow waltz with the wind, a dance that has no beginning and no end. You are part of this rhythm. You can feel the sway in your own bones. A phantom motion that lulls you, cradles you, rocks you like a child in a cradle of antiquity. The motion is endless, timeless. A perpetual undulation that smooths the furrowed brow of the mind. The rain continues its steady descent, a curtain of pearls falling from the heavens. Falling and falling, dropping and dropping. It is a relentless hypnotic beat, a metronome set to the tempo of slumber. There is no urgency in the rain tonight. It does not hurry. It simply falls with a heavy, purposeful grace. It falls on the canvas. It falls on the grass. It falls on the stream. It falls on the hills. It covers everything in a blanket of sound, a white noise that wraps around your thoughts, muffling them, quieting them, silencing them. The worries of tomorrow are far away, on the other side of the rain, on the other side of the night. Here there is only the falling water and the rising peace. And amidst this wet, wild world, your tent remains a beacon of dryness and warmth. You are a tiny, glowing ember in the heart of the cool blue night. The contrast makes the comfort sharper, sweeter. To be dry whilst the world is wet. To be warm whilst the air is cool. To be still whilst the wind moves. It is the ultimate luxury. You are floating in this capsule of safety, drifting on the sea of the night. Drifting and drifting, floating and floating. You are weightless, untethered, released from the gravity of obligation. You are simply a passenger on this journey through the dark, guided by the sound of the rain, carried by the current of sleep. The stream nearby swells with the gift of the rain, its voice growing deeper, throatier. It rushes over the stones, splashing and dashing, gliding and sliding. It sings of distant mountains and hidden springs of journeys taken in the dark. The water flows on, never stopping, never pausing, a symbol of the eternal flow of time. Let your mind flow with it. Let your thoughts become liquid, fluid, formless. Let them dissolve into the stream, carried away into the darkness, leaving your mind clear and empty, flowing and flowing, going and going. There is nothing to hold on to, no need to grasp the banks. Just let go. Let go and flow. Let go and drift. The repetition of the rain is a mantra, a sacred chant that vibrates through the air. Patter, patter, pitter, patter, over and over again. It is a loop of tranquility, a circle of calm. The mind tries to follow the pattern, but it is too complex, too vast, and so the mind surrenders. It gives up the need to understand and accepts the need to rest. The analytical mind shuts down, the creative mind awakens, painting pictures of soft clouds and misty valleys. You are walking through these valleys in your dreams, walking softly, walking slowly, amidst the falling rain that touches you. Not for you are spirit, you are light, you are free. Deeper you go, and deeper still. The layers of consciousness are peeling away like the layers of an onion. Softly, gently, quietly. The heavy eyelids are sealed shut. The breathing is slow and shallow. The heart is a slow drum. The body is a heavy stone. The mind is a floating feather. You are caught in the beautiful blurred space between waking and sleeping, that twilight zone where magic happens. The rain is the guardian of this gate. It stands watch, pouring its liquid wall around you, keeping you safe, keeping you hidden, keeping you deep in the velvet fold of the night, sleeping and sleeping, dreaming and dreaming. The night is long, and the rain is endless, and you are safe. The rhythm of the night has now slowed to a pace, so leisurely, so languid, that time itself seems to have paused its relentless march. The world outside, with its weeping skies and whispering trees, continues its cycle, but in here, within the golden heart of the tent, the laws of physics have softened. The air has thickened, becoming rich and heavy like warm amber honey. It is a tangible stillness, a silence that is not an absence of sound, but a presence of peace. Every movement you perceive, whether it be the flicker of the light or the rise of your own chest, happens in a beautiful, deliberate, slow motion. You are no longer observing the passing of seconds. You are floating in the spaces between them, in the vast, quiet pauses where true rest resides. Turn your gaze once more to the lantern. The flame which earlier danced with a lively spirit now appears almost motionless. It stands as a sculpture of light, a tear of fire frozen in a block of crystal. It burns with a steady, unwavering intensity, a silent sentinel that requires no fuel but the calmness of the room. The blue heart of the flame is still, the yellow body is still, the orange tip is still. It is a meditation in itself, a point of absolute focus that anchors your drifting mind. Stare into that stillness, Let your eyes soften until the flame becomes a blurred halo of warmth, a golden sun in your personal universe. There is no flickering, no wavering, only a constant eternal glow that bathes the canvas walls in a light that feels ancient and holy. The shadows that stretch across the floor of the tent have also ceased their wandering. They lie heavy and dormant pools of soft darkness that have settled into the corners and folds of the fabric. They are not hiding anything. They are simply resting, taking their ease in the quietude of the hour. The contrast between the golden light and the velvet shadow is soft, blurred at the edges. There are no sharp lines here, no harsh boundaries. Everything blends and merges light into dark, sound into silence, waking into sleeping. The visual field before you is a painting in oils, rich, textured and drying slowly, so slowly under the gaze of the night. Listen to the rain again. Do not listen for the individual strikes now, but for the texture of the sound. It has become a seamless drone, a constant hushed vibration that wraps around the tent like a second skin. Imagine, if you will, a single raindrop hitting the roof in extreme slow motion. See it descending through the darkness, a perfect sphere of fluid. See it touching the canvas, spreading out like a blossoming flower of water, flattening, absorbing and dissipating its energy into the fabric. The sound it makes is drawn out a long, low thrum, rather than a sharp tap. This slowed perception transforms the storm from a chaotic event into a graceful ballet of elements, a choreographed performance where every drop has its place, its time, and its purpose. Your breathing has matched this glacial pace. It has become so shallow, so subtle that you can barely feel it. The chest rises imperceptibly, pauses for a long, luxurious moment, and then falls again, sinking and sinking. There is no effort involved. The air seems to flow in and out of its own accord, a tidal movement that requires no will, no conscious thought. You are being breathed by the universe. You are merely the vessel for this gentle exchange of oxygen and peace. With every long, slow exhalation, you feel a little more weight leaving your body, seeping out of your pores, draining into the sleeping bag, into the ground, gone forever. You are becoming lighter and heavier at the same time, heavy in body, light in spirit. Even the dust motes dancing in the shaft of light from the lantern seem to be suspended in midair. They do not fall. They float, caught in currents of air, too subtle to be felt. They are tiny galaxies, microscopic worlds turning slowly in the golden void. Watch one of them. Follow its lazy spiral path. It moves with such lack of urgency, such purposeless grace. It is in no hurry to land. It is content to simply be suspended in the light, just as you are content to simply be suspended in this moment of comfort. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing to achieve. The goal has been reached. The goal is this. The goal is now. The sense of boundaries continues to dissolve. The sleeping bag feels less like a covering and more like an extension of your own skin. The warmth is consistent, unbroken, a perfect temperature that lulls the nervous system into a state of profound trust. The muscles of the face are entirely slack. The jaw is heavy. The forehead is as smooth as a calm lake. If a thought were to enter your mind now, it would move as slowly as a cloud on a windless day, drifting lazily across the horizon before evaporating into the blue. Thinking is too hard. Dreaming is so easy. The mind releases its grip on logic, on language, on time. It prefers the language of sensation, the logic of comfort, the time of the eternal now. The stream outside continues its journey, but even its voice seems to have deepened, slowed and mellowed. It sounds like a low chant, a vibrational om that resonates in the bedrock beneath you. It is the earth humming a lullaby to itself. You are lying on the sounding board of the world, feeling the reverberations of this ancient song. It vibrates in your spine, in your bones, loosening the last remnants of tension, vibrating them away until there is nothing left but stillness. A stillness that is deep, vast, and incredibly fertile. A stillness in which dreams can grow. You are entering the deepest chamber of the night. The door is closing softly behind you. The noises of the day are forgotten memories, echoes from a distant land. Here in the tent, under the canvas, under the rain, there is only the slow, rhythmic pulse of existence, beating and beating, pulsing and pulsing. Slow, steady, sure. You are safe in the hands of the slow time. You are held in the arms of the quiet. The world has stopped spinning for you just for a while to let you rest, to let you sleep, to let you drift into the velvet void where time means nothing at all. Drifting in this weightless vessel, detached from the mundane pull of the earth, you begin to sense a shift in the very fabric of the night. The urgency of the present moment fades away, replaced by a profound and heavy sense of the ancient. The forest that surrounds you is not merely a collection of trees. It is a living library of time, a cathedral of history that has stood for centuries, witnessing the rise and set of 1,000 suns and 1,000 moons. The air you breathe is recycled from the breath of ancestors, cooled by the leaves of oaks that were saplings when the world was younger. You are connecting now to the deep, slow pulse of the planet, a rhythm measured not in seconds or minutes, but in seasons and aeons. Consider the rain that drums so steadily upon your canvas roof. It is not new water. It is the same water that has fallen since the dawn of time. It is the same silver liquid that filled the prehistoric oceans, the same mist that clung to the mountains of antiquity, the same ice that sculpted the valleys. It has evaporated, condensed, and fallen over and over again in an eternal, perfect cycle of renewal, falling and rising, giving and taking. As you listen to its rhythmic pattern, you are listening to the oldest song on earth, a melody that has lulled every generation of living things to sleep. It is a sound of immense comfort, reminding you that you are part of a continuity that is vast, unbreakable, and infinitely safe. The trees outside those silent sentinels of the wood stand motionless in the dark. Their roots go deep, gripping the bedrock of the earth, anchoring them against the storms of time. Imagine those roots now twisting and turning in the cool, dark soil, drinking the rain, feeding the giants above. There is a wisdom in their stillness, a patience that we in our hurried lives often forget. But here in the tent you remember what it feels like to be rooted. You remember what it feels like to simply endure, to simply be. You borrow the stillness of the trees. You borrow the heaviness of the stones, still and silent, deep and dormant. You become as ancient as the forest itself, weathered and wise, content to rest while the world spins on. In this timeless state, the concept of hours and minutes loses all meaning. There is no ticking clock here to divide the night into segments. There is only the flow, the unending, unbroken flow of the now. The past is a mist that has cleared. The future is a cloud that has not yet formed. There is only this singular, expanded moment of peace. It stretches out in all directions, a vast, calm ocean of time on which you float. You have stepped out of the river of busyness and stepped onto the solid bank of the eternal. Here, nothing changes. Here, nothing is demanded. Here, everything is exactly as it has always been and exactly as it should be. The light from the lantern seems to glow with a prehistoric warmth, like the first fire ever kindled by man to push back the night. It connects you to a primal lineage of shelter seekers, of those who found comfort in the cave, in the hut, in the tent. You are participating in a ritual as old as humanity itself. The seeking of warmth, the finding of safety, the succumbing to sleep. This connection brings a feeling of deep ancestral security. You are not alone in the dark. You are accompanied by the spirits of all those who have rested safely through the storms of history. You are held in the collective memory of peace. Held and harbored, kept and cradled. The sound of the stream too speaks of eternity. It creates a soundscape that is constant yet ever-changing, a paradox of motion and stillness. It has carved its path through the stone over millennia, patient and persistent. It whispers to you that there is no rush. Even the hardest stone yields to the soft water given enough time. Softness overcomes hardness. Rest overcomes effort. Sleep overcomes wakefulness. Let this wisdom seep into your bones. Let the urgency of your life dissolve, like sugar in hot tea vanishing into the sweetness of the moment. There is plenty of time. There is all the time in the world. In fact, there is no time at all. The darkness outside is not empty. It is full of a velvet quietness that has existed since before the stars were born. It is a benevolent darkness, a soft blanket that covers the eyes and rests the soul. It is the womb of creation, the place where energy is restored. Sink into it. Let the darkness wrap around you, not as a void, but as a substance. It is thick, rich, and healing. It enters the pores of your skin, soothing the nerves, quieting the electrical impulses of the body. You are returning to the source, to the great silent pause that underlies all noise. Quiet and calm, ancient and balm. Your breath is now indistinguishable from the wind in the trees. Your heartbeat is one with the drumming of the rain. You have merged with the landscape. You are the forest. You are the rain. You are the ancient stone. You are the timeless night. The boundaries of your ego have melted away, leaving only pure consciousness floating in a sea of tranquility. You are drifting through the corridors of history, through the halls of forever, towards a sleep that is as deep as the earth and as wide as the sky. The silence of the ages is welcoming you. The peace of the ancients is claiming you. You are home. You have always been home. In this deep, hushed cathedral of the night, let these truths settle into your heart like heavy stones sinking into soft sand. Listen to the voice of the rain, for it speaks the language of protection. Listen to the silence of the forest, for it whispers the promise of safety. You are here and you are well. There is nothing else that matters. The world has narrowed down to this single glowing point of existence, this sanctuary of canvas and warmth, where you are the sole inhabitant, the protected dreamer, the cherished guest of the night. You are safe. Feel the weight of those words. You are safe. You are sheltered from the storm, harbored from the wind, and hidden from the world. The canvas walls that surround you are not merely fabric. They are a fortress. They are an impenetrable shield against the chaos of life. Inside these walls there is only order. Inside these walls there is only peace. Inside these walls you are the master of your own tranquility. The elements may rage outside, dancing their wild dance, but here in the center you are untouched. You are dry. You are warm. You are secure. Let the feeling of safety wrap around you like a second skin. It is a warm, golden sensation that starts in the center of your chest and radiates outwards to your fingertips and toes. Safe and sound, warm and bound. You are cocooned in comfort, swaddled in the heavy layers of the sleeping bag, just as a seed is swaddled in the earth waiting for the spring. There is no need to be vigilant anymore. The watch has ended. The sentries of the trees are standing guard. The rain is patrolling the perimeter. You can stand down. You can let go. You can rest. Repeat the words in your mind, matching them to the rhythm of your breath. I am safe. I am warm. I am loved by the night. Let the words dissolve into the bloodstream, carrying their healing message to every cell of your body. Your heart beats with the rhythm of safety. Your lungs breathe the air of safety. Your mind floats on the ocean of safety. There is no danger here. Thanks for watching. This is innate. There is no urgency here. There is only the gentle, abiding presence of the now. The tent is a haven, a pocket of light in a universe of shadow. Think of it as a magical barrier. Nothing harmful can cross the threshold. Stress cannot enter. Worry cannot enter. Fear cannot enter. They are washed away by the rain, carried off by the stream, dissolved by the dark. Only peace can enter here. Only rest can reside here. You are in a sterile environment of the soul, free from the pollutants of the waking world. You are cleansed. You are purified. You are free. The warmth that surrounds you is a physical manifestation of this safety. It holds you, embraces you, comforts you. It is a motherly warmth, unconditional and constant. It asks for nothing in return. It simply gives, giving and giving, holding and holding. Allow yourself to be small. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. For in this space, vulnerability is safe. You do not need to be strong. You do not need to be capable. You only need to be. The night accepts you exactly as you are, tired, weary, and ready for sleep. You are protected by the ancient laws of nature. The night is designed for rest. The rain is designed for cleansing. The body is designed for sleep. You are moving in harmony with the universe, not against it. You are flowing with the current of life. Flowing and going, drifting and knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, knowing that all is well, knowing that the morning will come in its own time, but for now the night is your kingdom and sleep is your crown. Every drop of rain that hits the canvas is a confirmation of your shelter. Listen to them, plink, plink, plink. They are saying, safe, safe, safe. They are stitching a blanket of sound around you, weaving a spell of protection that grows stronger with every passing minute. The sound creates a boundary, a sonic wall that keeps the world at bay. You are on the inside. The noise is on the outside. You are separate. You are detached. You are safe. Let the feeling of gratitude fill the space left by the departing tension. Gratitude for the dry ground. Gratitude for the warm bag. Gratitude for the sturdy tent. Gratitude for the ability to rest. This gratitude is a soft light that glows within you, matching the amber light of the lantern. It warms the spirit, quieting the restless mind. You are content. You are full. You are at peace. There are no demands on you now. No phones ringing. No voices calling. No lists waiting. All of that has ceased to exist. It has been paused, muted, turned off. You have permission to disconnect. You have permission to disappear. You have permission to sink into the oblivion of rest. Sinking and sleeping, resting and keeping. Keeping this feeling of safety close to your heart like a precious gem. You are the sleeper in the tent, the dreamer in the rain, the passenger on the ark. You are the cherished child of the universe tucked in by the hands of the night. Hush now, hush. The world is sleeping with you. The trees are sleeping. The birds are sleeping. The stones are sleeping. Join them. Join the great silent congregation of the resting. You are safe. You are so very, very safe. The edges of the world are blurring now, softening into a watercolor wash of indigo and grey. The tent, once a defined structure of canvas and poles, begins to lose its rigidity. It dissolves into a sensation, a mere suggestion of shelter, a hazy memory of a room. The lantern light, that faithful golden star, is spreading out, diffusing like ink dropped into water. It is no longer a flame. It is a warmth, a color, a soft amber vibration that hums against the backs of your eyelids, glowing and flowing, slowing and going. The distinction between the light and the dark is fading, merging into a singular, comforting twilight that exists nowhere and everywhere all at once. The sound of the rain is changing too. It is stripping away its identity as water. It is becoming something else entirely, a texture of the air, a fabric of sound that wraps around your consciousness. It is the sound of grey velvet being stroked. It is the sound of time breathing. It is the sound of silence turning into static, hushing and brushing, whispering and rushing. The stream nearby has become a ribbon of silver mist, winding its way through the landscape of your mind, carrying away the last debris of thought, the final fragments of logic. There are no stones left in the river, only the smooth, silent slide of the current towards the great ocean of sleep. Words begin to lose their meaning here. They float apart, their letters unraveling like threads from an old sweater. Tent, rain, forest, sleep. They are just sounds now, soft echoes, bouncing gently in the hollows of the night. You do not need to understand them. You do not need to hold them. Let them go. Let them drift away like dandelion seeds on a gentle breeze, drifting and shifting, lifting and sifting. You are entering the realm of the nameless, the place before language, the place of pure feeling. The body is a distant island miles away, across the misty sea. You are aware of it only as a heavy, warm anchor safe in the harbor. But you, the observer, the dreamer, are floating free. You are a cloud passing through a cloud. You are a shadow merging with a shadow. There is no up or down, no left or right. There is only the vast, soft expansion of the void. It is a void filled with cotton wool, a void filled with feathers, a void filled with the scent of rain and old dreams. It is safe to fall here. It is safe to let go of the edge. Falling and floating, dreamy and doting. Visualize the rain as a curtain of beads, millions of tiny glass spheres falling in slow motion. You are walking through this curtain, parting the beads with hands made of mist. With every step you go deeper into the sanctuary. The deeper you go, the quieter it becomes. The drumming fades to a hum, the hum fades to a whisper, the whisper fades to a thought. You are walking into the heart of the silence. It is a silence that has a color, a deep, rich, velvety purple that wraps you in a royal embrace. You are the king of this silent kingdom, the queen of this quiet realm. Logic has no place here. The trees might be blue, the rain might be dry, the night might be a song. Everything is possible and nothing matters. The mind ceases its questions. It stops looking for patterns. It accepts the abstract art of the dream. Shapes morph and change. A circle becomes a square becomes a star becomes a drop of rain. It is a kaleidoscope of rest, turning slowly, endlessly, mesmerizing the inner eye, turning and burning, learning and yearning. Yearning for the deep, dark peace. You are dissolving, not in a way that is frightening, but in a way that is relieving. You are sugar melting in warm milk. You are a snowflake landing on a warm hand. The boundaries of the I are fading. There is no I anymore. There is only the all. There is only the rain. There is only the night. There is only the sleep. You are the sleep. Being and seeing, freeing and fleeing. Fleeing into the arms of the nothingness. The timeline is broken. The clock has melted. The past is a dream you had once. The future is a dream you might have. But this moment, this soft, dark, wet, warm moment is the only truth. And even this truth is getting heavy. Too heavy to hold. So you drop it. You let it fall into the deep well of the subconscious. Dropping and stopping, soft and popping. Down it goes, spiraling into the dark, taking your wakefulness with it. The lantern is gone now. The tent is gone. The forest is gone. There is only a soft, warm darkness that hums with a low, loving vibration. You are floating in the womb of the universe. You are a star waiting to be born, or a star that has just died. It is the same piece. Floating and bloating, gloating and doting. The rhythm of the rain is the rhythm of your own blood, the rhythm of the cosmos. Thrum, thrum, thrum. Deeper. Go deeper. Past the dreams. Past the images. Past the feelings. Into the blank, beautiful page of the end. Into the white noise of the soul. Into the silence that sits at the bottom of the sea. Sinking. Sleeping. Gone. The door is shut. The light is out. The rain falls on, but you are no longer there to hear it. You are safe. You are deep. You are asleep.